recording on this computer. All right, that's it. I'm fed up with it. I'm done. We're good.
You can't just do a regular Zoom video?
I'm recording it. I split the images trying to make sure that I could, secure your image. And so we're recording now. This episode's brought to you by some people that I need. It's where the pros go to go, growgeneration.com. Check them out in the description below. Manny, welcome to LRMornings. Another fucking mess as I continue to fuck with software, man. Like, I got hardware down. Done. I'm good. Like, I've got that. It's this. Everybody's got all these videos online, all these bright ideas on how to what's the word I'm looking for? Use Zoom, use OBS, use this, and it's like every time I try someone else's shit, it fucks up. We had it done once, great, and it worked, and then yeah. So whatever. I'm a hardware guy, not a software guy. Put shit together all day long, but whatever. How you been, man? How was your weekend?
It was good. Really, really chill. My daughter, girlfriend and I, my daughter, she had never finished the Harry Potter series. So this weekend we finished the Deathly Hallows, had a Harry Potter themed dinner, and then also I caught up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that was fun.
You enjoying that? All caught up?
Actually, I was surprised at how good it was.
It's amazing.
I mean, just it really captures what Captain America is supposed to be, which is a symbol for the people, not the government. And then you can finally see that in the series, and I was like, all right, well done. I don't know, sometimes I just think I needed a Marvel break, just for a couple of weeks maybe, and just to really enjoy it all in one piece. But I'm kind of upset I didn't wait another week. I think
watch it all.
Yeah, but it was good. And then this morning I woke up to a Shang-Chi trailer that I got to watch already. So
lucky you.
Yeah, I Cam has it, so it'll be on the site probably before this episode's on the site.
So is it like an official release, or we allowed to discuss
no, it's an official. It's on YouTube already.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Since it's Monday morning, I was messing with the audio stuff. Let's I got the official Marvel trailer right here. Let me bring this down a little bit in size so we don't get in trouble for that wonderful what do you call it? Demonetization, because it's too big. And let's do some screen sharing. And ladies and gentlemen, let's watch Shang-Chi's trailer. Yeah. I like the look of it so far. It looks Marvel, but it's darker.
Like a dark room.
Even the outside shots look toned down a little bit.
And where did that get you?
Some training.
You walked in my shadow. I trained you.
This is looking good, Manny.
The most dangerous people in the world. Couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side.
There he is.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
You can't outrun who you really are.
I think the thing I'm most excited about the whole thing was just the fact that it takes place in San Francisco.
I like that. I'm down with that. What do we got afterwards? What do we got? All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's your Shang-Chi trailer. Manny, I like that. I'm pretty stoked for that. I like, it's an interesting character, and costumes are always a difficult thing to do in comic book movies, especially when you're talking like a character like Shang-Chi that's not, mask and cape and all of that, and putting in his color schemes through his like regular clothing and stuff. The fights look good. Saw a few things with CGI that, might not be finished yet. Maybe they are. I don't know. What'd you think of it, man?
It's whatever. It's an action movie. I don't know the first thing about Shang-Chi. So
But you didn't choreography didn't get you blood pumping or anything or nothing?
Well, the martial arts look pretty good, and I know how careful they are with martial arts, especially with what they do with Raya and the Last Dragon. So if they have that same care in this film, it should be all right. But
Yeah.
just I don't know. I don't know the character. I'm really invested in it,
Mhm.
and so it's just gonna be one of those movies I'll just watch when it comes out. It's not like something I'm
Then
like.
it'll-
If there's a movie I gotta get rid of this year, that'd probably be at the bottom of my list. That one and Morbius and Venom 2 or whatever they're calling it. Those can all.
Yeah, Venom. Let there be carnage. Oh my god. So yeah, there you go. Shang-Chi trailer hits. That's coming out in November still, right? If I'm not mistaken, Shang-Chi hits in November.
September 3rd, 2021.
September 3rd.
Right in time for my birthday.
There you go. So that was pretty cool. I'm excited about it because I'm wondering what they're gonna do with the 10 rings and the Mandarin. Are we gonna get any references to Iron Man 1, Iron Man 3, things like that? That's kind of what I'm wondering about. I like they didn't show us too much, and that's great. Pretty excited about it. Let's stick with Marvel, dude, and talk Doc Ock. What some of the things people may have missed this weekend. But basically, Alfred Molina let know he's in Spider-Man Far From Home, and that it's he's been de-aged, apparently, allegedly, and that we're gonna see him enter the MCU basically moments after Spider-Man 2. So it really does seem like if that's the case, then there's that fracture in the multiverse at some point that allows him to come through. But here's the question. Did he come through and immediately start Doc Ocking, or did he come through without the arms and or the arms are, dead, he gets them removed? Has he been living in the MCU as, someone else and just all of a sudden pops up as Doc Ock? What do you take from what Molina had to say, man?
I didn't see what he said,
to
be honest with you. But I do know that he was one of the better parts of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're able to bring him back just because of, I think he had a strong performance, and I think that's what makes, because William Dafoe as Green Goblin I thought was great also. But out of all the villains that we saw in the three, I think Doc Ock was the best. He had a complete story, and it worked for me. And it was a shame to see him go, but it's nice that we get the little reboot. I am interested in seeing how they're going to de-age him and how good or bad it looks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because you have those moments where Henry Cavill's Superman, where it's just blaring in your face when they've made adjustments, and other things, but just it's gonna be fun. I'm just wondering what the overall idea is here. Is this just for a one film that you're starting to bring back all these other people, or are you making a bigger multiverse with these characters in it where it's going to be for multiple films and maybe he's part of that Sinister Six or something?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because you can maybe they were sitting in a room and saying, I don't think we're going to find anyone better than this guy right now, so we're just going to use him again, which is fine.
I can see that.
And I'm good with it. I'm excited to see if they, are there any adjustments on the arms, or just what exactly are we getting, or is this going to be some sort of dumb thing where we're getting all hyped up and it's just him like in an office or in a like lab. It could be, it could be being bamboozled. So
could be. I wanted to share a little bit about what he said. He said when we were shooting it, we were all under orders not to talk about it because it was supposed to be some great big secret. We've all known about this multiverse thing going on, this Spider-Verse thing going on for a while. There's just been too many leaks, too many rumors, too many stunt doubles and voice dubbers that have gotten said the wrong thing at the wrong time. And anyways, he goes, it was wonderful talking about filming the movie. It was very interesting going back after 17 years to play the same role, given that in the intervening years I now have two chins, a waddle, crow's feet, talking about getting older. Watts came up to him and said the movie would bring Doc Ock back, and said in this universe no one dies. In their early conversations, Molina said Watts told him that the movie will pick up Doc Ock's story from that moment in the river, which in a franchise that includes his multiverses, time travel, and diverging timelines seems plausible enough. And then Watts asked him if he had seen what they did with Jackson and Downey Jr. as far as the aging. So I've almost it almost seems like one of two things to me. Either at the river something happens, opens up, whether we're going with something Wanda did, Strange does, Thanos did, wherever the point in time it happens, and he's either immediately brought over or he's brought over earlier, and maybe we see him. What if he's got like an amnesia moment, right? He comes over, he's out of it, like not right. They detach the arms. He lives as Bob Smith for 20 years. And then it all comes back. And now he's Doc Ock again in the MCU. I'd almost prefer that. My biggest fear, though, man, still is just what Sony does afterwards,
Nope, you're completely right to be fearful of it, because they don't really take very good care of their properties. And without the help of Marvel Studios, I'm not sure what they'd have with Spider-Man right now.
I don't. They'd have an Aunt May spy movie. They'd have an Aunt May spy movie. One of the things it looked like a few months ago that Tom Holland had said basically, look, this we've got a plan. I've been on the phone. We're going to continue. I still don't know. There's so many things that Sony is doing, and Marvel bringing in all of these Spider-Man characters allegedly. This one, at least we know for certain. The bad guys, we know for certain. The others, Spider-Man, it's alleged. But when you look at like their ideas for Venom, when you look at the fact that they still want to do a Craven's solo movie, they're not going to want to keep making all of these villain films without a hero to go against, right? So at some point they're going to want Spider-Man involved in their villain films, and if Marvel's not involved in it, I don't know if I want it. Like, it's either merge the two fucking universes, Sony, and let Marvel be involved in all of it, or just take your ball and go home and let me cry and get over it.
Is that really what you want? You want Spider-Man not to be involved?
I want it to be one or the other. I don't want to see this weird, you know, every now and then he's off doing this bullshit, stupid crap over at Sony, and then I have to wait for good stuff in between over at Marvel. So yeah, I would rather Feige get some say so, Sony fucking suck it up and deal with it, and just go at it as a joint multiverse venture, and let Marvel help with Kraven and get Spider-Man involved.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, man.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I hate to just be so blunt about it, but it's Spider-Man is their golden goose, and they're not gonna get rid of it. And because they can pull so many stories from it, there's a lot of other creative ways I think you could probably go about it instead of making a Kraven movie or a Morbius film. Like I don't know. I it just seems like kind of like the last days of FX where they were just kind of throwing stuff and sticking it to the wall. I feel like this is the same thing. Although, I mean, I think they did a pretty good job with Logan, and that's about it.
First Class was all right. I like First Class.
Well, I like Days of Future Past. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
It's the most comic book movie I think they did out of all of them. I don't know what Apocalypse was still.
Nothing.
As a matter of fact, when I covered the cast for whatever the last movie that they did, Dark Phoenix, I was sitting there on my way to LA and I was like, what happened in Apocalypse? And I had to watch it again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, man, it's kind of a mess, and it just sucks that you kind of see the direction. Well, now DC has a direction at least, and you kind of see their multiverses and everything, and how all their shows connect one way or another, and it's cool. And so you're like, all right, this is what it is. Marvel Studios also, we see the next phase that they're in, their TV shows and how they're lining up, very, very well. So, excuse me. But with Sony, you have no idea what's going to happen with these bad guys. Are they even going to interconnect with Spider-Man? Yeah. Or they could be doing their own things, and then that doesn't make any sense either, because you would think it would get the what is it called? The attention of an Avenger or of a Spider-Man, being that he's been in Europe and he's been now in the United States in different places, fighting Thanos and whatnot.
Bitch, you've been to space.
Yeah, he's been to space too, and with Doctor Strange. So I mean, just so much. And
oh my God,
you're gonna have all these. You're gonna have one guy roaming around the city, or a vampire, and Spider-Man's not gonna know about it. I think
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, and
we got Blade coming into the MCU, and
yeah, I do not like the way Venom is being treated, because it's so different than what it's supposed to be. So much of it is about the relationship between Spider-Man and the symbiote suit and Brock and
Peter. Yeah,
and Peter. So we've lost all of that for the moment.
Lost a lot of it.
And I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be done really wonky if they do it at all, And so, yeah, I mean, even Spider-Man 3 tried to get it right with the symbiote suit attaching itself to Peter first. That was a horrible movie.
Yeah. But at least they got the whole Peter rejecting it and the suit not liking that, and the competition between Brock and Peter.
Mm-hmm. It was just also weird to see the guy from the 70s show being
Topher Grace.
Yeah, it did not work for me at all. But anyway,
he had the temperament. He just didn't have the look or feel. Like
All I saw was
yeah,
his character from the
Eric,
70s. So,
Eric
Eric,
Foreman.
thank you. And so yeah, that didn't work. I thought Sandman was good in that film.
Yeah.
All this to say, I do not trust Sony with anything
No.
that they're doing. And I know that we rant about this all the time, and I hate to throw fuel to your fire, to be honest. But I mean, like, I can't get excited for something that is proven not to be good. These are people who thought that, Jamie Foxx as Electro was good. And
He could have been if he wasn't all blue and Big Bang Theoried out for the first part, and then they're like, "Oh, electric eels are really good for electricity."
It's just so frustrating.
It's like the Power Rangers episode.
Good, and when you get good actors. I mean, Kristen Wiig, I think she's a great actress, and you did the same thing to her with Cheetah, and Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx is a good actor, and you did the same. It's lazy writing more than anything. It's like he's the nerdy guy that nobody wants to talk to, and then he gets superpowers and he gets angry, whatever. And we've seen it time and time and time again, and it's lazy writing, I think. And Marvel Studios, if there's one thing that, well, no, they do multiple things right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. If there's something that I really enjoy about their characters is the depth in character, and we're seeing that more and more now with the TV shows, which is why I appreciate those, I think, more than some of the movies. The depth in character that we're getting for Sam Wilson, for example, is phenomenal. What we got for Wanda and WandaVision also just, it's so good. I'm very excited to see what more you can squeeze out of Loki that's going to make it phenomenal. But at this point, you trust Feige to drive that car, and you're willing to go wherever it goes. Like, I may not be excited for Shang-Chi because I don't know the character, but I bet by the end of it, I'll have an idea of who he is probably, and it's going to make sense. But with Sony, it's like, why are you doing that? And then I don't know, but especially when you start thinking like, oh, we want to do Madame Web, and we want to do Aunt May spy movie, and we're bringing back Doc Ock, and we're bringing back Tobey Maguire, and we want to bring. It's like, okay, you haven't necessarily done one thing right yet.
Yeah, why are you trying to do all this other stuff?
Stop trying to make this whole complicated multiverse where you're probably just going to end up rebooting again in a couple of years. So I don't know, man.
I have to wonder who thinks a movie about a lady stuck in a chair connected to life support is good.
Yeah, that, and also gives me hope as far as maybe getting a job at one of these places.
Because you're smart.
Yeah,
smarter than them.
I can probably fake it till I make it into one of these places, because whoever's making some of these decisions is there's because it's not just one person. It's a panel of people.
Yes.
And there was enough people shaking their head yes that you went ahead with it, or to develop an idea or something. And then there's a whole team of people developing that idea.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Maybe one day I can be part of that conversation.
Yeah. Let me see if I can't get on that team and shake some stuff up.
And then I'll be back here saying I got fired because I said this was stupid.
Yeah. No, they'll just be like, so what's this thing called LRMornings, and who is Kyle Malone?
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot. Yeah, that would probably be in the interview part, and then that's when it's like, no, you didn't get the job.
Let's take a quick word from our sponsors real quick over at Grow Generation. Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. Grow Generation offers the best deals and discounts on the best grow products on the market. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow. Thank you guys over at Grow Generation for supporting us. And yeah, Manny, with all of the things that Sony wants to do, that Marvel is doing, we've got Far From Home, and then we're expecting the team up movie that was in Holland's contract to be Doc Strange, which is kind of scary given the title of it. I have this feeling that I still have this feeling we might get more Spider-Man in the MCU in the future, like Holland said. There's been conversations, and he kind of let on that that's what it seems like. But I think one of the Spider-Man universes is going to lose its Spider-Man, and it doesn't have an Avengers, and Peter's going to go there to defend them, and then every now and then we might get something back, or somebody takes his place. There's no way. Nick keeps thinking Sony will let us, Marvel, have Miles. And I'm like, no, they can't wait to get Miles to live action. They can't wait for it. You're not getting him, and we're not getting to keep Peter either. But since it is Doctor Strange, I have this fear that Strange is going to send him elsewhere. Gun to your head, man. Truly. What do you think happens after Doc Strange 2? Do we ever see Tom Holland Spider-Man in the MCU again?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
There's no way that Disney's going to lose him as far as even making appearances. Jeez, I think they have a ride based on Spider-Man right now.
They do. They do, but that still didn't stop Sony from almost taking him back completely in 19. If it wasn't for all the fan outrage,
it gave them leverage, and it's it sucks, man, but that's what happens when the other kid has a toy you want, even though you have the entire toy box. But the one good, it's Wolverine. They got Wolverine back, which is a big deal. And Spider-Man is the only one left now, and unfortunately, he's the Batman of the MCU.
The best villains, the best
right
hero,
so yeah. And it just sucks that they don't have him, and Marvel doesn't have. I mean, I guess right by this point, Marvel Studios does have the luxury of just being like, all right, cool, we don't want it, we don't need him. And yeah. I think maybe after that, maybe they take that strong approach. Hey, take it. We don't need it. We've already laid our foundation with our characters, and we have the trust, love, and support of our fans. So go ahead, go do what you do, and make fools of yourselves, because the only reason the last two films were ever so good was because we were able to put our 2 cents into it and promote your character over on this side. But it is just I don't necessarily see them doing that, but I think it's a necessary step, because or else their only other option would be to buy Sony, and I don't think they can do that. Well, I mean, they can, but I'm not even sure.
Sony's not going to sell.
I don't even know if that's illegal.
Drop mine. Yeah, that would be a whole nother discussion too. Is whether or not that would be, like you said, legal. It's confusing, because you're right. Disney's going to be willing to spend money to keep Spidey there, but we do have to worry about what Sony will do with him in their movies. And just like anything else, we can ignore. There's entire story arcs of comics that you and I love a character, but we ignore an entire arc. We're like, yeah, I'm not reading that. I don't care. Not talking about it. It was stupid. One More Day, for example, in the way that ended. Joke sucks. Sorry. And it's it'll be easy to discount Let There Be Carnage. Really, Sony? But we'll always have the good stuff. I hope Disney is able to still use Peter and eventually Miles and all that. And like I said, sharing I'm fine with, because I can ignore the bad stuff Sony does. But if they're going to bog him down so much, or they're going to insist on some stupid shit coming over,
Probably. I mean, they have the power to do that.
Yeah.
They have the leverage to do that. So
if you want to keep him, you're going to, put Craven in this or that or whatever, and it's our Craven, and I don't know. It's scary. But thank you guys so much for listening today. Let us know what you think in the comments below. What'd you think about the Shang-Chi trailer? Are you excited? Let us know what you think about Doc Ock and Alfred Molina's words on when he's coming into this movie, or how he's coming into Spider-Man Far From Home, and a little bit about what you guys think will happen with Far From Home and Spidey afterwards. Check out the website, LRMonline.com, every day for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell, and select the push notifications, all so you know when Manny, Gig, and Nancy are putting up outstanding celebrity interviews, when new shows such as Marvel Multiverse Mondays or LRMornings go up. And, of course, we've got all these great podcasts on YouTube, but they're also on the podcast networks, Spotify, Google, Apple. We're there. Check us out, follow us, subscribe us, and Manny, where can people find you at online?
You can find me on Twitter at LRM_Emmanuel, and you can find me on Instagram at riddleme_510. We got we got Mortal Kombat interviews this week. I got Joe Talisman, who is Sub-Zero himself, and Sam McCoy, who is the director. Exclusive LRM interviews along with other stuff. Great content that Nancy and Gig have during the week. A couple of other films too. Too many actually to name. It's Oscar weeks too, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think maybe we should talk a little bit about that later this week.
Yeah, definitely. And we will be talking, depending on my son's schooling and your schedule, we'll be talking some Mortal Kombat either probably Friday or Monday. My guess is we'll get to talk about the movie. So make sure you guys watch it, and if you can, safely and legally, go support your theater and catch it in theaters. Again, if you feel safe, follow your rules and regulations, but I do highly suggest that you start supporting theaters as you can. Manny, thanks for joining, and to everyone else, we'll talk to you tomorrow.